Good morning, and welcome to Let's Play, where we play games in my Steam and GOG library. And today we are taking our second and final look at the game Gloria Victis. As you can see, I just got my daily reward, and it looks like I leveled up, so let's look at what we have. I have 5 points to spend. I am definitely putting points into Constitution. Should I put that last point in Constitution, or should I put a point in... Oh, I can't put another point in Constitution because it's 2 points per... Okay, Dexterity. Okay, so Dexterity increases damage dealt with bows, knives, and swords. Increases headshot and backstab. Increases piercing damage. Reduction increases stamina regeneration. Strength increases stamina and stamina regeneration. Increases base damage, increases slashing damage reduction. I'm going to go with strength. Alright. So we're up to how many? I have 690 health. Probably not a ton, but every little bit helps. And we have 1 point to spend. We could go with athlete. Stamina drain when kicking, sprinting, and swimming is reduced by 2% per level of athlete, so you can get a max of 20%, and I guess an additional 20% at level 10, which would make it 40% reduction, which I've been working towards, so I will take that. Alright, now that we've done that, we want to continue exploring. I think we want to go that way. Yep, this is the way we want to go. And I was reading the little notes that they give you while you're waiting to log in, and one of them says you actually really do want to grab the basic materials, that limonite and the common wood, because it will unlock your ability to get higher level materials and the tools to gather. So it's not just for, you know, what do you call it? Just for a little bit of XP that you're doing this. You're actually doing it to level up your crafting. It's a pretty spot. I don't know if I've come down this way before. Let's see if there's anything down here. And while we're wandering around, I was looking at the reviews for the game, and currently there are quite a number of recent negative reviews. So I thought we would read a couple of them and see what I do and don't agree with. So first one says, best MMORPG game I've ever played. Don't buy this game or play it. The developer refuses to stop all the auto-blocking and speed hacking that makes people a Jedi on the battlefield. It takes 3 to 4 people to kill them, and it's a long time to do it. 1 versus 1, you will never hit them, and they constantly swing because they don't have to worry about blocking because of their auto-blocker. All the veteran players are now on the same team on the NA server. It's Midland, and the Izmir team don't even bother to log in anymore. Wow, really? There are a handful of players, veterans, that control the balance of power on the server by always grouping on the same side. The developer sells transfer scroll to make this easier for them. So it is a noob versus vet fight all the time. When you first log in, you will be encouraged to play on the underdog server with many perks because wolves need lots of sheep. Most people who try the game don't last a month, playing because they get tired of always being overpowered. So if you're not on the vet team, the game is a revolving door of noobs for the vets to kill. You will be content. That is all. Content. If you're on the win team, you will win unless the vets decide not to log in, which they often do when there are too few sheep to entertain them, which leaves the game dead. If you stick with it, you will become addicted to the rare balance battles and the non-auto blocking fights, but the minute this happens, the wolves with the hacks will log back in, and within a week, the sheep in the game will all be dead again. I know, I have played 3,000 hours. So it sounds like things are a little unbalanced on the PvP side. Which, of course, since I don't PvP, I did not know. Oh, look at the birds flying around. Oh, neat. They're not even bothered by me. Okay. Something else. I don't know how to do it yet, but you can actually tame a mount. And I'm assuming once you tame a mount, you can learn how to ride it and other things. That's a pretty one. Oh, you're very pretty. I am almost tempted to try to tame you, but I have no clue what's required once you tame a mount. Do you have to feed it? Do you have to shelter it? Can it die if you get attacked? I would have to look at all that stuff first. But yeah, you can actually find a wild mount out in the world and tame it. So I thought that was interesting. And I actually kind of would like to see more games do that. Alright, so another negative review. So first off, I got this game when it first came out, and it's over the years. They have added a lot to it, but they seem to have never addressed the choppy, laggy gameplay. And since this is a mass PvP game, I feel the game being choppy is a major problem. And it seems the more they add to the game, the more choppy it has become. I checked out on the game once a year, and it's downright near unplayable to me as of now versus last year. Now, I have not had too much choppiness in the game, but again, I don't PvP, so this may be a PvP issue. And I don't discount what he's saying is probably true. I don't think I've ever been up this way at all. So we're getting a look at something I haven't even seen yet. Cool. So yeah, I would say if I was into PvP and I read something like that, that would certainly be an issue for me. Another negative review. I'm going to take this one with a grain of salt. It says, I got to play for 3 hours and received a ban. Not exactly sure what the rules were broken. Bought the computer of the marketplace in town and downloaded the game again to play, but can't. Okay, so, don't know. Sounds like they thought he broke a rule. Whether or not he did, I can't say. If he did, I guess he has to just own it. If he didn't, well, I mean, aside from appealing to the developers, I don't know what he could possibly do, and that would definitely be a black mark. Oh, what's down here? I know, I should be looking for something to fight, but I'm just wandering around right now. But this is one of the things I enjoy doing. It's just wandering around and looking at this game. When I don't feel like, doing some quest. Another review, a negative and toxic community if you tend not to agree with older players. Not a game for someone who don't have hard skin and patience. Oh, I like this boat. Can I use it? Darn, can't. can't really interact with it, but it's a nice boat. So since I have not interacted with the community, I can't say as to whether or not that's true. Although PvP communities do tend to come in several flavors, and it does seem that there is a certain percentage of all PvP communities that are less than desirable. I don't know if toxic is the right word. I mean, if it gets to that bad of a level, then yeah, I would use that. But if it's just the usual, your mom jokes during a fight or whatever, it's kind of something different. Another horse. And it just says horse. And it has a saddle and everything. Our enemies were stronger today, but next time victory will be ours. Deadly harvest ended. I'm assuming that horse belongs to somebody. A rabbit dark. Oh, that's a level 68. Hello. Maybe we should, like, avoid that. I'm pretty sure this is, you know, exploring's great, but at least I'm being a little more cautious with checking out the enemies before I attack. Although those enemies that killed me the last time, that was just my stupidity. I should have been able to take them if I had been a little more careful with both drawing them and my attack movements. Yeah. That was a bit of a surprise. I'm not quite up to that level yet. I think I just made level 23. Oh, you're pretty. Not as pretty as the other one I saw, but you're still pretty. Alright, I guess we're going to go up this way now and see what's there. Now, this review, I'm not going to read this whole review because they sort of did write War and Peace here. But I'll read the first couple of paragraphs. Definitely changed my review if their in-game review rewards were scaled to not only reward first impressions. Think rewarding someone for giving you an instant thumbs up is kind of shady and will never give you solid feedback. Maybe add a better bonus after some time played? Or is feedback not the point, just the instant thumb? Not gear, but skill-based is bold at best. Like saying Mario or Mortal Kombat was skill-based because you spent more time on the game than others, memorizing the right time to jump press X. If the gear was irrelevant, the devs, many players would be running around nude for the pride alone, if not any type of speed agility bonus that comes with it. You're level 28. Shield plate doesn't stop arrows, much of which land a head above your helmet, connect somehow and remain there to remind you how irrelevant your armor is at stopping them. I am sure this is some type of balance issue where every archer deserves a trophy, but in full plate an arrow should kind of be a joke at best, regardless of how far off from the target it's somehow allowed to land. Plate beats around arrows, musket beats plate, hence the Renaissance era, but what do I know, right? No one drops their shield to redirect their block, like no one ever. Again, prob, some version of balance issue, but shifting your shield from left to right has never, in the time of man, required you drop your shield first, especially when blocking an arrow from a football field away. I have no clue where I'm at. That's great. I love it. that a bad guy or is it? Yep, it's a bad guy. It's a level 90 bad guy. Oh, excuse me. I'll just go this way. Well, it's a good thing I have good stamina. I don't know how long this guy's going to follow me. I'm just having fun exploring and trying not to die. You know? This is great. Oh, yeah, and you can tell when they're running out of stamina because they actually breathe hard. I don't think he followed me, but that was funny. Like I said, I'm just having fun wandering around and trying not to die. You can definitely tell I don't know the first thing about this game because I keep running into some pretty high level stuff. Okay, I will read one more paragraph. It says crafting is detailed and confusing in just the right way, like worm, in an anti-instant gratification way. Unfortunately, everyone will tell you not to craft as a new player. There are certain times, ways that are better, think meta, and in the end, want you to just forfeit your gathering materials to the greater good. Guild-based crafting is awesome. Yes, it should take tons of time for you to learn how to be a craftsman in any game, but it leverages you into a guild dependency I don't believe most players of MMOs are ready to commit to. Best can come from a collective effort, but enough to contend on a skill level should be within reach of an individual player. If it's truly skill-based, not gear, why not focus the collective effort on guild things like castles, farming, housing, the ships presented in your video that no one can yet craft or use? Alright, so I guess people really do try to encourage you not to craft, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, especially as I'm just wandering around doing my thing and enjoying the scenery of the game and enjoying the occasional quest. So like I said, he did write War and Peace, but I'd say his review stands for itself. It's pretty negative. All right. So there's some sort of mini game here that I do not understand for taming horses. Okay. Oh, did I get a horse? Name and ballot. Oh, I guess I did get a horse. Okay. I did not expect that. Oh, well, I have a horse. Okay. Okay, I did read up on horses. I didn't read how to tame them, which turned out to be kind of relatively easy. I did read that they can die, and they also have their own stamina, and whoa, there is some lag when you're on a horse, isn't there? And they can die. And if they die, they're dead. And you have to go get another one. You can tame one out in the wild, or you can buy one from the stables. Oh, somebody's shooting at me. They can shoot at me. Gain 50. Okay. So a horse gains experience the longer they travel. Interesting. Okay, so I'm assuming you hit E to dismount? I don't know. I don't know how to dismount the horse now. Alright, we've got to check the settings. And controls. Forward, back, left, strafe right, sprint, toggle, jump, auto run. Crafting, party, guild, glory, blah, blah, blah. Emoticons. Yeah, I do not know how to get off a horse. Isn't that wonderful? Mount panel. Stall. Okay, so mount panel is Y, stall is F3. What is stall? Oh, my stall. Okay. Can't activate an empty stall. Y. So you can call your horse. He's level 2 of 84. Okay. Points left to his next level, 50. Oh, man. Okay, don't hit the question mark. It takes you to the wiki page. Just saying. Oh, you can sell mounts by pressing F3 to open the stall menu and create a sell order. Okay. And apparently horses age and die too, which is very good to know. And they come in like 8 or 9 different color patterns. Press E to get on and off your mount, T to summon your mount, Y to view your mount's attributes. So I should be getting off my horse by pressing E, but I'm not. Do I have to be in like a stable to do it? I don't know. So, a little bit confusing. I'm doing what it says to do, yet I'm not getting the result I'm expecting, which is weird. And I will have to figure that out once we're done. So, the game is 6 years old. It seems to, I don't think I've ever seen it have more than 500 players on at a time. So the player base is very small and niche. From the reviews, it sounds like veteran players uh, use new players just as cannon fodder. So that's probably not a good thing if you want to jump into the game and try the PvP. Um, Players are also actively discouraged from crafting so that all those materials can go towards guild halls, which again doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The combat system is challenging, but honestly, I am starting to like it. The world is very interesting and fun to explore. There are quests early on, so if you're just having fun playing to play, there is that. We're not going to go that way because there's a cat that way. Horse riding is a thing. Taming this horse was pretty easy. The horse graphics, the horse looks nice. Riding graphics seem a little stiff, but you know, I come from Lotro and I can't say anything. The horse graphics there are pretty stiff too. Honestly, though, it does have a few more cons than pros. Would I recommend buying it at the full price of $20? No, I wouldn't. Now, if you saw it on sale and it was half price and you were interested in trying it out, say you had some friends to play with and you were willing to go through the gauntlet of what it sounds like the noob experience is for PvP, then sure, you will probably get enough hours out of it to justify a $10 expense. But yeah, it does sound like some things need to change before the game could be considered a worthy buy for an MMO, especially a PvP MMO. Um, but like I said, if you find it on sale for at least 50% off and you just want to check it out for the fun of it, go for it. But at full price, as a main MMO, I probably at this time wouldn't suggest it. Well, that's my opinion. Obviously, your mileage may vary. And next week, well, stay tuned and I will let you know what we'll be looking at then. But until then, bye for now.